I want to ask you about this. You tweeted this, a still. This is about Alexa. I think we have it. What's going on here? Did you buy Alexa?
No, I don't know why people would voluntarily bug your own house. Like, do you think you're the only one listening in on that? You never saw Weird Science, how creepy these nerds are? All these cameras on your phone, all of that. Do people go on Ancestry.com? Why would you send your saliva into the internet? Why would you do that? Why don't you just go to the Illuminati and help them build your robot replacement? You know, they're already... Yeah. I don't understand it. Look, I get if you're like African American, you know, yeah, they made them change their names. You don't know where you're from. But if you're white, it's the most arrogant thing ever. Like, you know what you are, basically, don't you? Like, how full of yourself are you? Like, I just have to figure out this recipe because I am a hoot. 2% Portuguese, I knew I liked peppers too much. No, a part of me dies every time I go into a store and I see something, they go, can we get a phone number? Watching somebody give them the phone number. Why would you do that?
Yeah. I
always give the same, mine is all area codes. They go, what's your phone number? I'm like, 323-818-212-5. I do that. My fake email is youknowit@AOL. Feel free to use any of these.
Yeah, sure.
And just flood. Yeah, because then they sell all your information, and then like you'll get a note later. Oh, sorry, we kind of got hacked, and somebody has your social security number now. It's like, well, and then I should sue you because you told me that this was gonna. I don't know. Whatever. There's a lot of things I'm upset with. So.
You did a show in Reno this weekend, I understand.
Yes, I did.
Okay, how did it go?
It went great. It was just, you know, a big show. Everything went great. And then one person, I was making fun of the military, you know, which you can't do now. Like, we totally went from Vietnam, all the hippies being like, hey, man, you're like a baby killer, man, to like now you got to give like a standing ovation when they walk over to Delta. You know what I mean? You know, show that you're not in ISIS. Like, I don't know what you have to be doing. Like, thank you. You know? So I do this bit making fun of the military a little bit. And the first time I did it at a VFW to make sure that it was funny in the right way. And it killed. It was even a dude, he lost his legs. He almost fell out of his chair, dying laughing, going, dude, that is so true.
So you got approval from veterans.
So then I'm doing it in front of regular people, you know what I mean? So the second everybody has a good time with it except one person. He came all the way up to the front and just didn't even heckle, just started yelling. He said, hey, show some respect. He starts yelling at me like he's my dad, right? So he's like 100 pounds overweight. I'm like, why don't you show some respect and lose a little weight? Next time you have the middle seat on a flight, you won't be spilling over onto your fellow Americans. No, I know, that's off limits, because now fat people are heroes. Everybody is a hero now.
Everyone's a hero.
No, I'm gonna tell you what about fat people. Your organs are not giving you a standing ovation as you walk over to the refrigerator again. What you're doing is dangerous. You got children, lay off the ice cream. It's so brave to be out of that, you know, so whatever. So that guy, oh my God. I was so upset that security, like, escorted him out. I wanted to talk, like, I started my show blaming women for sexual harassment. That's how I started it. Yes, it was absurd. I wasn't being serious, you children. This is the worst time
I have to now move my chair away from you.
I know, because then all of a sudden, dude, it's literally...
It's tough times right now.
As a comedian, yeah, it's like the walls, it's like you're in this walk-in closet of what can be funny. And meanwhile, there's like a swirl of trash with every toothbrush he ever used spinning around the Pacific Ocean. Nobody cares. God forbid you tease the Navy a little bit, and people have like a conniption.
Well, what did you say about the military that got people so mad? Or this one guy so mad?
I was just saying, like, yeah, the guy who flies the fighter jet, okay, and has missile shot at him, that guy's a hero. However, if you're the guy that, like, points in the direction that the plane takes off in... You know what I mean? We're kind of watering down what is heroic behavior.
You don't think that guy, the guy who points in the direction is...
Yeah, the guy doing Warrior One, like the yoga pose. Like, the battlefield is that way. No, but everything has just become that. It's just become like this,
Right.
this, that whole first responder thing, all these like code words you have to say. It's so stupid. I'm a first responder. I love that one. It's like, dude, I called you. I saw the fire. What am I? What do you have, like ESP? We just want to thank our first responders, and just everything has just become, and it drives me up the wall.
All right, we're gonna take a little break. We'll have more with Bill Burr. We'll calm him down during the commercial break. Stick around. We got a lot to talk about. We're
Yes,
both
we do.
New Englanders.
I knew this was stupid to take this booking the day after the Super Bowl. I knew it.
It was either going to be a joyous occasion for us.
But I would look bad. I'd look like the fat kid that ate all the cake, gloating about my team. Or we were going to lose. And, whenever my team loses a Super Bowl, we've lost 5, I just close the curtains and I stay in there for like 3 days. Now I come out here smiling and waving like I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
You're not in a good mood. You're angry.
No.
You're angry about the Super Bowl?
No, it just sucked.
Yeah.
Just sitting there. First, there was no defense the whole damn game. Like that 2 punts. It just, I don't know. Wasn't good. I told my wife right after the game, I'm fine. We won 5. I'm good. I'm good. And I just drove home in total silence. And then we somehow got into an argument about Janet Jackson. About that incident years ago.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And I didn't have any sympathy for her. It was like, it was network television. I wouldn't take my balls out on NBC at the game, and expect that people watching wouldn't have a problem with it. It was a risky
difference.
stunt.
I think there was more interest in her breasts than your balls, to be frank with you. I'm just going to say, slight difference in interest there.
Yes, there definitely is.
Did you break down, there were different parts of the game, a lot of New England fans get upset that Brady didn't catch that pass.
He should have laid out. It's a Super Bowl. He should have laid out.
He should have extended his whole body and grabbed it.
What was funny was when on that play, you actually saw his age. When he stands in the pocket, he looks 25. The second he starts running, it's like, dude, I could D this guy up. Like, did you see last year when he threw that pick 6, when he dove to tackle that guy, it looked like somebody threw a dead body out of a car. like his arm moved, and that was it. But when he stands in the pocket, he looks like an astronaut. This he's going to live forever.
Yeah.
He's like Cocoon or something.
Yeah. So when he missed that pass that they threw to him, when he was the receiver, you felt a little better about your age. This guy, he can't catch
I knew I was nervous before the game because the Eagles evidently had this great defense, and they didn't stop anybody either. It was the weirdest game. And then they had that trick play with Nick Foles, and Collinsworth just kept talking. That might have been the most unbelievable trick play ever. It's like the Patriots just ran that play. They're acting like you've never seen it before.
You seem unhappy about this game.
Yeah. No, I'm unhappy that I got to sit here and act and be all excited and start promoting stuff. I'm not in a, when your team loses a championship game, it's like you don't go on Facebook, you don't go on Twitter, you just don't answer your phone. You just do that until like baseball season, and then it's fine.
Yeah. But look at you. You're on national television.
Yeah.
It's hours later.
I got to relive the death all over again.
Yeah. On the show Crashing, very funny show. You play yourself.
Yes.
Is it hard playing yourself as an actor?
No. That's what I've been doing my entire limited acting career. Like, real actors are like Anthony Hopkins, where he played that serial killer in Silence of the Lambs.
Hannibal Lecter,
Yeah, and then, like, the next move, that should have ended his career. Like, he should never have been able to see him as anybody else. And then the next movie, he played, like, John Quincy Adams, and he was literally John Quincy Adams. My buddy saw this thing one time. John Travolta was talking about, like, just the walks. He's like, Vinnie Barbarino walked this way, Vincent Vega walked this way, whatever. The guy from Get Shorty walks this way. And I just remember hearing that going like, dude, all my characters walk like me. They all have a Boston accent. They all look like, I'm trying to be believable.
Yeah, as yourself.
Yeah, it's basically the least amount of work you could possibly do as a performer. That's what I do.
That's very good, and it's working for you. What do you...
Yeah, I think so,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You and your lovely wife, Nia, have a 1-year-old son?
Daughter, 1-year-old daughter. No, it's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
What, are you supposed to memorize what everybody has?
No, I have one guy whose job it is to tell me if it's a son or a daughter, and he's right there.
Oh, he's squirming behind the...
There he is, yeah. Pretty much.
JP, you said I had a son? I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, not that I really rely on these things, but...
It's just no...
Bill, you have a 1-year-old daughter.
Yes, I do.
I'm just curious.
Take two.
What's that?
I said take two.
Take two. No. We're going to keep all of that in. I want people at home to know just how shitty things are around here. What's the best thing so far, in your opinion, about being a dad?
I actually like going to the park with my daughter, pushing her on the swing and all that. And then also, at her first birthday party, I realized how lucky I was to have a girl, because they just sort of chill out and take things in. And I saw the little boys, they're like maniacs. They're like throwing stuff, ripping. Like literally watching my daughter, she just kind of waves hi at everybody, and the boys would come up and just rip toys out of her hands. It was like breaking my heart, because she's so innocent. She hasn't met an asshole yet. So like, it's sort of like this, oh, what was that vibe? And then the boys, they're climbing on, they're throwing rocks down on the car. It was like Braveheart. Every time I told them, it's like, you guys, you got to stop doing this. And then also, you can't tell other people's kids not to do stuff.
Right.
So you got to kind of like be loudly like, hey, he's climbing up on the utility pole, and kind of hope that somebody does something. Well, back in the day, you could yell at people's kids, and I think that needs to come back, and that's what's holding back this country.
Yeah. Yell at other people's kids. No, it's good.
At some point, you got to be, hey, get off. Hey, I said don't do that, and then you got to be like, hey, look, you little shit. That's my car.
Yeah.
Stop throwing rocks on it.
Yeah.
Before I throw you over the wall. You're not going to do it, but you scare them a little bit.
As a dad, do you feel that you have more or less importance than you used to have when you were just a couple with no children?
Way less.
Yes, that's been my experience as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you're dating, you feel like you're number one. Then the second you get engaged, you become the backup quarterback. Like you start going down the depth chart. And once you have a kid, I think I'm like fifth now. Like it goes my daughter, then my wife, my mother-in-law, like the UPS driver brings the Amazon stuff. But I don't mind, because I'm like antisocial. Always, like I had the best Christmas I've ever had since, I was a little kid and believed in Santa Claus. Just coming back with a kid is then you don't have to really engage with adults anymore, which is awesome. You just come in, they're like, hey, Bill. You're like, hey, here she is. And they're like, oh, my God. And they all gravitate over. You can go hit the bar, hang out. Nobody's talking to you. It's tremendous.
Hit the bar in your house.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I don't go out like some Angela's Ashes stuff. I just go spending the weekly paycheck. No, I just go over and I have a couple of pops.
Sure, yeah. You do what's right.
That's right. Get behind the wheel,
Let me ask you something. Now I got to move away again.
It's just so easy to offend people now. You have to do it.